Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Amateur Hour Sports. We are live for the Raptors' Friday night Summer League matchup against the Miami Heat. I'm definitely pumped up for this one, hoping for a much better performance than we got in Toronto's previous Summer League matchup, where, yes, they did struggle in the end against the Utah Jazz. Opportunity knocks for them to improve here, grab a dub, and I hope we get a better look at these guys. I mean, the last game against the Jazz, nobody other than Javon Freeman Liberty had any sort of positive game on offense. Like, some guys were neutral, a lot of guys were bad, but only Freeman Liberty really showed out on the offensive end of the floor. And that's not really exciting. I want to see some of these guys in action. I want to see some of these guys in their element. So let's see how things go here. What was I saying about Bronny? What, did he have a good game today or something? What did Bronny do? Bronny James tonight, 13 points. Oh, all right, 5 of 10. I mean, 13 points. I wouldn't say this is what. Oh, what were you saying about him? What are you talking now? No. Bronny James is not NBA caliber. He should be in the G League, but yeah, he's gonna put him in. They're gonna put him in the. They're gonna put him on the Lakers roster. What I will say, if you want your gotcha moment with me, we can talk about Alex Sarr, because good fucking grief, Alex Sarr has been horrific in the last 2 games. My God, Alex Sarr has been so bad. That's the gotcha. Because I was in the draft. I wouldn't say I was high on him, but I did think he was the best player in the draft. That's being high on him, but I wasn't like thinking he's a superstar. But yeah, he's been really bad, a lot worse. Bronny James, man, it's about the decision making a lot of times. It's about the effort, a lot of it as well. I don't think he's going to be good in the NBA, and I've maintained that for about 8 months or so now. Sarr is not looking good. He has no way of getting to the rim. Listen, if you're 7'1", you don't need a way to get to the rim. You just are at the rim and you catch the ball there, bro. Get your ass in the paint, Alex. I don't know what they do in France, bro, but get your ass in the paint. You ain't a fucking point guard, Alex. That would be my advice if I was on the Wizards staff. Man, 1 of 20. You're 7'1". Imagine going 1 of 21 over a 2-game span. Like, at some point, the coach has got to say, just stand in the paint, man. Just stand in the paint. No, Bronny does not have the decision making to play basketball at the top level. At least this season. Hey, maybe down the line. I don't know, but he ain't got it this season. No, sir. No, sirree. But yeah, Alex Sarr ain't looking good. He is playing more as a forward. You're right, because I mean they signed Jonas Valanciunas for an inexplicable reason. Play out. He's 7'1". Play him as a 5. Play him as a 5. Like, does anybody really think Alex Sarr, the future of Alex Sarr, is power forward? Come on. So it's like Anthony Davis trying to be a forward. Bro, play center. Your team is better when you're center. You have more spacing. Your team makes more sense. Stop trying to force that. You know, how's dinner? Pretty good. Chicken tacos for dinner today. They were good. Oh, sorry. It was probably a bit loud there. That's probably better. Yeah, they were good. They were good. I was pleased with the result of dinner. Tomorrow, going to get sushi, and I'm pumped for that. I love sushi. My girlfriend doesn't, so I don't get to eat it very often. Has there been any information on who is sitting for the Raptors today? Because I really hope Grady Dick is back today. I'm going to try and find that out on Twitter, or else, unfortunately, we may not see some of the guys you want to see. All right, no Grady Dick again. No Jonathan Mobo again. All right, so that sucks. Good timing. This got posted right as I searched for it. Literally 30 seconds ago. Grady Dick out. Jonathan Mobo out. But we got Jacoby Walter, Jamal Shed, Ochai Agbaji, who I'm happy is now playing as a small forward rather than a power forward, Jamison Battle, and Brandon Carlson. We definitely need to get more out of Jacoby Walter today, or he needs to give Brig more out of himself for this game. Absolutely. We need something different from Walter. We need Bro to be better. Jamal Shed, I'm still looking for a way. Now, here's a guy who needs a way to get to the rim. But he needs to figure out what he's going to bring on offense to be effective. I think he's a great defender, but if he wants to play NBA games, how are you going to affect the offense? Brandon Carlson will be a 9-5 guy. Interesting to watch. Brandon Carlson's on a 2-way contract, so it'll be interesting to see if he can be effective on both ends of the floor. I think the defense is what's going to keep him in NBA games. Can he bring that to the Summer League? And I'd be excited to see that. We got the end of the Knicks and Pistons game on TV on the screen here. Not really worried about that. Jake Paul versus Mike Perry. I thought he was fighting Mike Tyson. Who the fuck is that? A typo? Mike Perry. Who the fuck is Mike Perry? What happened to the Tyson fight? I thought it just got delayed. Mike Perry is a mixed martial artist. I've never heard of him. I'm not super privy with UFC stuff, but all right. He's been fighting for a while. He's not 50 years old, so at least he's old enough to actually fight. He's no longer a UFC guy though, or MMA guy. He's a bare knuckle boxer now. Okay. Tomorrow is the Mike Perry Jake Paul fight. Oh, I'm not probably going to watch that, but actually, I might be home to watch that. I didn't know this was happening, so I don't know who's promoting it, but whoever's promoting this didn't do a very good job because I didn't know this was going on tomorrow. And I'm on social media a lot. I'm on Twitter a lot, and I didn't see this. All right, so we got Jake Paul, Mike Perry, and then Mike Tyson's in November. Okay. Well, he's fighting another washed fighter, but at least he's still in like decent physical years. He's 32 rather than getting some guy who's 38 coming out of retirement to do it. Bare knuckle boxing too. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. What's Jake Paul's record now? Does he just have the one loss to Tyson? Fury. Why am I blanking on Fury? Tommy Fury. Okay. He had one loss. That was the one loss. Man, he's already done 10 fights. They just passed me by now. I think the sting has been taken out of them. People are just kind of like, fight somebody for real, and then we'll watch. I feel like that's the way people are going right now. But anyways, let's say what's going on to the people in the chat. We have Lindsay Ahmed here, winner one, Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. Lindsay, on behalf of Sumaya, says what's going on. What's going on, Sumaya? Hope you're doing well. Hope everybody's had a great week. Hope everybody is ready for the weekend as well. I had a difficult week. Not a difficult week, but a busy week. But the move, this is my new apartment, if anybody's unaware. The move is pretty much complete here. Yeah. Pretty much done with the move. The only thing in this room is I need to figure out what to put on this wall, this closet door here to make it less bland as my background. I guess it's not that big of a deal. I did change my light. Last stream was a lot brighter. I had my purple light over on this side, and it was kind of hitting me. I have it over here now. It's behind me. It's actually working quite well. So that's it, I guess. As for... Yeah, I have another. There's another thing I guess I got to sort out here. But yeah, pretty much done with the move. That's been great. I'm ready for the weekend. I got a lot of plans for the next couple of days. That's going to be great. And nice way to unwind for the weekend. Hope you all doing well on your end. Hope you got something fun planned for the weekend. Or even if it's not something fun, I hope you enjoy the weekend regardless, as I hope to on my end. It's going to be early day tomorrow, but we have a good day. As for this game, what am I hoping for? I'd like to see Abaji take a bit more of a primary role to the offense. I don't want him just to do nothing all game. Like, there's a guy that's actually be getting regular NBA minutes next season. So, yeah, get yourself in action. Jacoby Walter, I'd love if he hit a three-pointer today. Didn't last game. It'd be nice if he hit one today. If Jamal Shed got to the rim like one or two times or hit like a mid-range shot, I'd feel pretty good for him. But the defense is more so what we are concerned about, obviously, on his end of things. Carlson, like, give me a couple threes, maybe a block or a couple deterred shots on the inside. I'm not asking for the world here, but this will be a tough game. I actually don't know. I know that the Heat are good, but I don't know exactly who is on their roster. Let me have a look here. Gabe Brown is on their Summer League roster, if anybody remembers him. How is he still playing Summer League? Wow. Jay Brown, former Raptor, out here. I guess undrafted. So he's going into his third year. Okay. Wish him the best. Josh Christopher is on the Heat Summer League roster. He's pretty good. I always thought he was decent, but I guess not for Houston. He didn't even play in the NBA last season. I always thought he was decent, but perhaps I am mistaken. Who else? Jaime Jaquez is still playing Summer League. I guess it makes sense. Who else they got? Pele Larson. I feel like I've heard of him for some reason. Why have I heard of him? He just got drafted. Okay. Okay, so it's a name that sticks out. Khalil Ware. I'm actually really looking forward to seeing Khalil Ware play today. It'll be an interesting matchup for Brandon Carlson in this one. That's his name, right? Khalil Ware. I was interested in Khalil Ware. I think people were more interested in me. But I would have liked the Raptors to take him at 19. He wasn't available, so they couldn't. But I am interested to see him play. I think from what I've seen so far, he's done pretty well with Summer League. Also on this team, Alondas Williams, who I have heard of. Okay, it's a decent team. It's a decent team. We'll see how things go down here. Khalil Ware, the highest drafted player. I love undrafted guys in this Miami team. I guess that makes sense. There's a lot of people who drafted. Anyways, yeah. It'll be a tough game, but I don't really care if they win. I said a lot about the Raptors, but in Summer League especially, you don't really have to win. You just got to play well. You just got to do your stuff. You got to show your game. And I think if they do that, I'll walk away from this game happy. And hopefully it's not a long one here. Yeah, Jaime Jaquez might be a problem. I think Khalil Ware could be a problem too. But we've got size. Shamshay's big. Carlson's big. Hopefully we can do something. We can do something there. Gregory, what is going on? Welcome to the stream. Oh, my God. Why we have a game this late on a Friday, by the way. Friday Night Hoops is fun, but it's fun when it's at 7 p.m. We'd be wrapping up by now. If we win, I think we clinch a playoff spot. That would be lovely. I'd enjoy doing a Summer League stream, unless it's tomorrow or the day after, because then I can't do it because I'm busy. Let me see. Raptors Summer League playoffs. Let's see if anybody mentioned this in a tweet. Chance to be very Raptors. Okay, blah, blah, blah. How the Raptors can qualify for Vegas Summer League playoffs. Okay. Well, it's not looking good. If they do their job, it's beat Miami by 15 or more points today. Or any 5 of these scenarios here. So Boston loss or win by 18 points or less. Detroit loss or win by 23 points or less. Philadelphia beat San Antonio by 19 points or less. So another team can't blow somebody out. Oh, okay, so they've got a chance. It's an updated version of this, potentially. Raptors in a bid to make the it's Heat trying to make the playoffs. What are we saying? Well, what's gone down today in Summer League? Let's try to figure that out. Any of those 5 scenarios, it said. Okay, let's see if any of those have come to fruition. Okay, hang on. So the scores that we have had are these from today. Okay, so we needed Philadelphia to beat San Antonio by 19 points or less. That's in the early stages. Okay, Detroit loss or win by 23 points or less. Well, that's going to happen. So I guess we just have to win if that's the case. Oh, it's 5 of these 6 scenarios. Okay. So I need 5 things to go their way from this list, or they have to win themselves by 15. So they've got the Detroit one down. That's 1. Step 1 done. Were Boston involved? Boston, that's mine. Boston loss or win by 18 or less points. Okay, we got that. Check. We got that. Oops. Do we have the Bulls in here? No, we have Charlotte in here. Charlotte play later. Okay. Fuck. Who else do we have on this? Portland play later against Charlotte. So Portland needs to win by 34 points or less. And Charlotte needs to win by 19 points or less. So that game just needs to stay close. Okay, we've actually got a pretty good chance here. Warriors play later. Warriors probably won't lose that game, though. Yeah, the Warriors won't lose that game. So we need everything else to go our way. So if every game stays close and the Raptors win, they have a decent chance of making the playoffs, I'd say. I would say it's a less than 50% chance, but it looks like they will be able to. It looks like they have a good chance of making the playoffs as long as they win. But if they win by 15, they do their own job, and we don't have to worry about it anymore. That's what it is. Duncan Cade Hemfletron says, good West Coast time. Well, if you're on the West Coast, this is lovely. If you're on the East Coast, not so much. But we'll throw a bone to our West Coast friends. If I were Canadian, what is going on? Punch to watch the Raptors play any game. Which Raptor do you most want to have a great game? Jacoby Walter, please, and thank you. Yeah, Jacoby Walter played well. I feel really good. Please let it be him. Marquise Noel's on the Wizards. Yes, Marquise Noel did not come back to the Raptors. I mean, they waived him last year, so they waived him. He was on a 2-way contract. The Raptors waived him. He finished this season with the Raptors 9-5 in the G League, but decided to go with the Wizards for this season. It's unfortunate, but his size will hold him back. He probably won't be able to ever be a certified NBA player, but I think he'll have a long and illustrious basketball career professionally, but I just don't think it will be in the NBA. Delexin Novaratnam, I hope I said that correctly, says, next year seems promising. We have Boucher and Brown off books and much more flexibility. Your thoughts? Well, reminder, yes, Brown and Boucher are off the books. However, what is on the books is Scotty Barnes' extension. The Scotty Barnes rookie max kicks in at the end of this season. So, unfortunately, a lot of any of that flexibility will be allocated towards Mr. Barnes and his contract. But coming off the books for next year, Garrett Temple, I'm going to guess would retire. So Garrett Temple, Boucher, unless he gets traded, Brown unless he gets traded. So, I mean, a lot of that's going to go towards Scotty Barnes. I'm not sure if anything else significant comes off the books. David Mitchell will be at RFA, so you have to pay David Mitchell at the end of the season. I don't think they're going to have the flexibility that's being predicted here, unfortunately. Yeah, cap space is not a premium, which is okay. I mean, we're a team that doesn't really do well with free agency anyways, so we'll be fine. But I don't foresee a lot of flexibility there. I just hope. I guess we'll see what we're like then, but I hope we add in some pieces throughout the season. I don't understand why the league makes it so complex to make the playoffs for Summer League so extra. Well, it's not complex. It's just you need to be in it's like the top 4 teams. And in order to be in the top 4 teams, the 3-1 team, you need to have a good point differential. That's all the list there was going through. It's just a point differential scenarios that the Raptors need to have. Yeah, getting pumped by the Jazz. Well, actually, we were kind of dejected in that Jazz game. But what was significant is I was going to say they got pumped, but they actually didn't. They did in the end, did they? They lost by 10, but they made it closer than it could have been. And as a result, they will be in the mix. As a result, they will be in the mix for a playoff spot at the very least. They've got a chance here. Do I think the Nuggets should trade MPJ? What's his contract? Ooh, 36 mil. Probably not. They still need the shooting that he brings and the scoring that he brings. I don't think you need to tinker much with a championship caliber roster. Yeah, I think they're fine to hold that contract. He's a little overpaid, but I think they're fine to hold on to that contract. I don't think they need to trade him. Power Scotty debates. Yeah, I didn't listen to the podcast. What's going on, Phoenix? But the Scotty versus Banchero debates spurred from, I didn't listen to the podcast, but Zach Lowe on the Low Post podcast, him and, I don't know who he said the guest was, did a Banchero versus Barnes debate. I'm going to assume they picked Banchero. It's an interesting debate. On one hand, Barnes is better at everything except scoring. Like point output. Barnes is better at everything except point output, pretty much. But scoring is hard, and being able to score a lot is significant. I'll give them that. Baker is also a year younger, but this is probably no. Because if you're a really good team, Barnes is the complimentary guy, does everything for your team. If you're a bad team, Barnes can do everything. Therefore, you're better off having Barnes, who can do everything, rather than Banchero, who is very specific with what he's really excellent at. For that, and I've just convinced myself that I would go Scotty Barnes. I don't know if swap Scotty and Banchero, then they're 2 seed. The scoring is important. Sorry, work messaging. The Rockets might be in trouble. They look like they can't bring back LP and Jalen Green next summer. I think they'll be okay trying to find a destination for Green. Also, Fred VanVleet's contract, in theory, can come off the books. He has a team option at the end of the season. So he's good. So I don't know. They want to keep him. He was important last year. I'm sure they'll figure out a way to try and keep on to both there. The guest picked Scotty and Zach picked Powell. However, Zach did say it's close. And if they were to pull 100 front office members in the league right now, it would be 60-40 in Powell's favor. I would agree with that. I agree with the statement that it'd be 60-40 in favor of Banchero, at least. I think people will just value the scoring a little bit more. Scoring is hard. No doubt about it. Scoring is hard. I do think... okay, am I taking them right now, like career trajectory? I think there's more of a case for Banchero, for sure. neither of them, I guess, can really hit too many threes. I mean, Banchero's playmaking was pretty good last year, actually, just from box score surfing there. It is close. It is close. But there are certain elements Barnes brings that Banchero just doesn't. And the one thing Banchero has is a little bit more scoring, a little bit more of a prolific scorer. But in the end, he didn't average that many more points than Barnes did. So I would go Barnes. But I do agree it's close. Who do you think is better, Jimmy Butler or Scott? Jimmy Butler. Come on, Jimmy Butler. We know it's Jimmy Butler. We got to be honest with that one there. Why are the Rockets trade Jalen Green? If they can't afford to keep him, then they might trade him. That's what I'm saying. But I don't know. They should try to keep him. They try to keep both. It'll just depend how real that end of the season was for Jalen Green, where he was playing really well, you know? It was very impressive. But he had like a really good second last month. Then he kind of fell off a little in the last month of the season. So it'll all depend what he does this year. He's in the final year of his rookie contract. So this is a big year for him to get that big payday, which won't be a max for him. So he's got to really show up this season. Scottie can be like a supersized Butler if he hits his 99th percentile outcome. Yeah, I could agree with that, but that's obviously very difficult to do. So I have the Pascal and Bam debate aged. I think Bam is clearly better. I do not think Bam is clearly better than Pascal Siakam. No, I don't think Bam is clearly better than Pascal Siakam. I think Bam's very good. I think Pascal Siakam's very good. I think that's very debatable. Scoring's difficult, might I add. What does Bam do in the playoffs? I feel like in the playoffs every year he kind of stinks it up on offense. It's hard to defend as well, though. You're not wrong. This guy does nothing in the playoffs. Let me see. Excuse me. And they've had some deep runs as well. Okay, yeah. 2 years ago, they got to a conference finals. He averaged 15 points. Okay. I mean, he's better than that. He has a drop. Not last year. Last year, without Butler, he averaged 23. So that was impressive. But that was only 5 games. When they made the finals, he averaged 18. Okay, I guess that's acceptable. 18. Okay. Fair enough. He had 18 in the bubble year as well. In the playoffs. That's pretty impressive. Okay. Not as bad as I maybe would have thought to that one. His efficiency does drop, but I guess so does everybody's in the playoffs. Doesn't shoot in the playoffs, though, at all, really, interestingly. He is very good. I'm not going to die. There was a couple years ago, I think I would have put him in All-NBA. I'm not sure if he made it, but yes, he's definitely very good. I am still not sold on Jalen Green. Neither am I. He needs to prove it for a longer period of time. He needs to prove his ability for a longer period of time. That's the big thing we need to see. He didn't have to win a game versus Boston versus NBA champion Boston Celtics. I suppose, but was that more on Miami winning the game or was it Boston beating themselves to a certain extent? He is very good. I'm not disputing that, but Pascal Siakam's also very, very good, too. Okay, the Jalen Green debate. It'll just be about this season. Definitely can't extend him this summer. I think it'd be bad for both parties to do an extension this summer. I guess Rockets, would have to bet on Jalen Green. If they gave him a contract now, it'd be a bet that he gets a lot better. But Jalen Green should bet on himself to get a lot better, you know? Sorry to hear my dog. She is not in a calm mood right now. She'll be so tired, though, soon. She's at the park today, so she's going to crash at some point. If Scottie gets to Pascal level of ISO footy, good. Oh. There's not a lot of people who are as good in ISO as Pascal Siakam. So, yeah, if Barnes got to that point, he would be an MVP caliber player. Yeah. But I don't really foresee that coming. I don't think the handle is quite there to do that. nor the post moves. He's 22, so obviously that can change. But it's very hard to get to that level. When does Skyrim turn 23? August 1st. Okay, I got to stop calling him 22 at the end of the month. Isaac Okoro still in the market as an RFA. Would you take him over Abaji? I am definitely a Oche Abaji hater. Not Abaji. Sorry. The other guy. I am definitely an Isaac Okoro hater. So for me, not better than Abaji. Also, Abaji is under contract with us, and Isaac Okoro is not. You can't trade free agents. Like, I can't trade Abaji for... I wouldn't do it anyways, but we can't trade Abaji's contract for a free agent. Like, Abaji is here, and we kind of need all the help we can get because we don't have any cap space. With the cap space we have, I'd love if we could open up a tiny bit more. I'd love if we could open up a tiny bit more and get Tristan Thompson. Like that's not a life-changing sort of signing, but I think the extra bit of rebounding and rim protection is something that this team needs. Unless Shamshay is going to come out the gate and be like somewhat effective there, but I think that's a stretch to say that could happen. Who knows? Maybe. What do I think about Khalil Ware? An interesting prospect. If you've got a 7-footer who's a freak athlete, he can protect the rim, but can also maybe, take 2 threes a game, maybe make one of them a game. It's certainly an interesting player to have on your roster and to work with going forward. Yeah. It's funny that before Danny Ainge played basketball, he played with the Toronto Raptors. Yes, it is funky. I believe, I don't know if he won did he win a championship with the Celtics? I believe he got to a final of the Celtics. Or sorry, a NBA final with the Phoenix Suns. I'm not sure if he won a championship. I guess we can look that up. But yes, he did play professional baseball. It is insane to be able to play multiple sports at a professional level. That's just absurd. Danny Ainge, notable non-NBA champion. He was an all-star, though. That's crazy. An all-star and playing 2 pro sports, being an all-star in one is pretty incredible. And he did make the finals with Phoenix, lost to the Michael Jordan Bulls, which would have been 93, I think. 93. Did not win with the Celtics. Fun fact, Scotty Barnes ahead of Paolo in points per possession as a pick-and-roll ball handler, post-up, spot-up, cut, putbacks, off-screen play type. That's insanity. That's insanity. What does Banchero do better than Scotty Barnes? What does he do better? Self-creation, definitely. What channel's the game on? It's on TSN. It should be on TSN 4. It says TSN 4. But it is 9:06, and they've not even got to the game yet. Has the game started? Okay. The channel says Raptors versus Heat, but they are not sure. TSN 4. TSN 4. I have point possession, but even then, there he's 45th. It's not horrific. You want it to be a little bit better. He's slightly ahead as a pick and roll roller, surprisingly. I would not have expected that. Slightly ahead, though. I would not have expected that. We need to get that better, for sure. Or use Sky Barnes as a ball handler more. Paolo's a better scorer, but that's like about it. Barnes does everything else better. That's the thing. They're both terrific. They're both terrific players. They're both all-stars last season. I don't think Banchero should have been in ahead of Barnes in the initial team, but they're both all-stars. They're both terrific players. Banchero's a year younger. Next year, Banchero's going to get a rookie max extension. Barnes' rookie max will kick in next summer. He's a very good player. Very good player. All right, I think we have waited long enough, and we are finally going to get into the action here. Yeah, all right, we're going to be in action. Wow, Khalil Ware has horrible tattoos, man. Humble beast. And he's got that blocky text on his back. I'm sorry, bro, but Khalil Ware's tattoo game is diabolical. Unlike mine. All right, Freeman Liberty coming off the bench here. Let's see how he does, and let's get into things here. If Barnes makes an All-NBA team next 3 years, that'd be fantastic. All right, here we go, guys. Miami 3-0, Raptors 2-1. The Raptors win by 15+. They are guaranteed in the playoffs. If the rest of the game goes like the first 12 seconds, it won't go well because first 12 seconds, Miami get on offense and lob it up to Khalil Ware, who throws it down with ease. Let's see how Brandon Carlson can hang today. Jacoby Walter for 3, no good. Unfortunately, starts off where he left the last game. He was 0 of 6 from 3, I think it was. It could have been more. But it was at least 0 of 6 from 3 against the Jazz. Khalil Ware, the other end, front rim on his straightaway 3. And here we go. Walter to Abaji. Abaji outside to Battle, who loses the ball. It was a poor pass. Other end, Jamal Shed with some great hustle to take away a certain layup for the Miami Heat. Great job by Jamal Shed there. That's the defense you got there. Show the graphic. I'll show it at the first commercial, which could be a while, to be fair. On the outside, Heat lurking, 2-0. Let's get the scoreboard up. And out of bounds for a Heat possession. Once again, under the rim. Who is on the Miami Heat here? Jumper goes up, no good. Raptors move the other way, and miscommunication. Walter to Carlson. Carlson wasn't looking, so it's a turnover. On the other end, Walter fouls the Heat player there for an and one. Is that Pele Larson? Yeah, Pele Larson there. Goddamn, tough start to the game here. Raptors, again, win by 15 in the playoffs, or win and have other probable things go their way. So a win might get them into the playoffs here, but a 15-point win guarantees a playoff berth for the Raptors, according to what I've seen online. So we shall see. We shall see. I'll pull up. I saw the graphic. I kind of referenced it, but I will pull up that graphic at the first commercial break here. Jamal Shed to Brandon Carlson. Now Jacoby Walter steps inside. Back out to Carlson for 3. Tough shot, but doesn't go. He's got weird form. Not saying it's bad, but this is a bit strange. Just got a highlight reel says, if you could do a redraft, would you take Terrence Shannon over Jacoby Walter and have kept our 29th overall pick to draft Filipowski over trading for Lincoln Abaji at the NBA trade deadline? Well, we could have had Abaji at 30. Sorry, we could have had Filipowski at 31 and passed, so there wasn't that much of a desire. I am not going to comment on a redraft in the middle of Summer League, okay? I'll maybe comment on a redraft at the end of the first NBA season these guys play. But I'm certainly not going to have any thoughts regarding a redraft in July. The draft happened less than a month ago. We ain't redrafting yet. Well, tough start here. Josh Christopher with the 3. It's 9-0 for Miami. They had the Khalil Ware dunk, the Pele Larson and 1 on a 3, and they got a 3 there for Christopher. And Carlson turns it over. Here come the Heat again. Layup is good. And 11-0 for Miami as... Who is that? Who is that? Swider. He's not listed on their... Is he just on their roster? Sorry, I was looking at the last year roster. Who is that? 21. Fuck. Man, we stink without Grady Dick, huh? Get Javon Freeman Liberty in this game. Trying to find Miami's Summer League roster so I can acknowledge the players on their team by their number. Here we go. Number 21 is also not on this list. Cole Swider. There he is. Yeah, so here's a graphic that Afiata was mentioning. Barnes does everything better than Paolo Banchero, except score. But even then, Banchero's 23 points, Barnes 20. This was a graphic that existed, I believe, this was at the All-Star break when this graphic was created. So, yeah, judging by their games played. So, I don't know if near the end of the season this looked different, but yeah, value over replacement, Barnes is a lot higher there. Yeah, I don't see any stat that Banchero would have caught Barnes in on this list. So, yeah. For me, Barnes is the better player. Not just box score watching, but impact. Both phenomenal players. Do not get me wrong. It's close. At the All-Star break, I was very upset Banchero got in ahead of Barnes. I was very upset. Joel Shed out to Ochai Agbaji for 3. No good. Raptors still scoreless here. Those are the ones Agbaji's got to hit, man. Like, you're an NBA player. You're going to get a lot of minutes this season. You're open. You got to hit those. You got to be close, too. Front rim, we can't have that. Lurking again. Are the Heat? Another lob tossed up to Khalil Ware, and the Raptors are struggling to deal with his size in the early go to this one. 13-0 Heat. Christ almighty. Agbaji has it, but Shamshe called for the offensive foul, and the Heat up 13-0. Raptors need to win this one by 15 to make the playoffs guaranteed, but they need to win to have any chance of getting in as well. Yeah, Scotty made it in hindsight. I was saying at the time, I was upset Banchero had gotten ahead of him because it's like, wow, Banchero's not better than him. So why is he in this? All right, tough start. Down 13-0. 0 points in 4.5 minutes. I feel like, guys, doesn't this feel like we're back watching the NBA Raptors? Doesn't it feel like we're back in watching this team again? It ain't a Raptors game without a 5-minute cold stretch without scoring, you know? 3 ball up for the Heat. Finally, some respite as that one does not drop for Christopher. Other end, DJ Carton in the corner to Jamison. Battle for 3, and he connects. Recently signed to an Exhibit 10 deal and showing why there. First point of the night. Other side of the floor, Pelle Larson. Pelle Larson to the rim. He's fouled again. Cloware is good. That Raps Milwaukee game, 22-23. Weren't you at that game? Didn't you tell me once, Phoenix? What a legendary game to have been in attendance for. That start, plus the comeback, plus the Gary Trent buzzer beater, plus still losing? Yeah. Pelle Larson hits the free throw. It's 16-3 for the Heat. Carton to Shed. You were at that game. What a game to go to, huh? Northside says, do I know if the Casey Bannerman can do this? So they're like, yes, they actually restocked today. I don't know why I'm the source, but they restocked today. If you are interested in getting yourself a Canada basketball jersey, that jersey will not be in your presence before the Olympics. So if your goal is to get the jersey before the Olympics, that will not be possible with this drop. You missed the get it before the Olympic drop. Supposedly, I don't know if it'll come true to that, but I can say very confidently, if you order now, you will not get it before the Olympics. But I do have a jersey already from the drop. It is on the wall right here. That is from the last year drop. It's very good. I really like the jersey, so I recommend getting one. And it's cheaper than getting an actual Canada basketball branded one. Pelle Larsson off the rim, no good. Rebound to the Heat again. Christopher out to the wing. And that's who was that? Caleb Daniels for 3. Joel Shed, no good, but the rebound thrown in by Shamshay. Raptors now down 21-7. Heat moved the other way with Pelle Larsson, who cannot save the pass. It's turned over. Raptors ball. Still realizing I'm so sick of Abaji. I'm just starting to develop some concerns over his game for sure. So that actually, yeah, the most Raptors game of all time. That game really sums up the era. You're right. All right, here we go again. Amari Morris checked in for the Raptors, and here he is on the logo, driving at Larson. Can't get to the rim, so settles for a tough shot and doesn't go. That type of shot right there annoys me because he tried to just beat him, straight line drive to the rim, didn't. And when he didn't, he just stopped and pushed it with his right instead of passing out for a better shot. I don't like that. As Christopher hits in the corner, and the Heat are tripling up, more than tripling up on the Raptors score right now, 24-7. B Noble says, are they showing the game on TV? It is on TSN 4. That is where I'm watching it, which for me is the standard TV, just TSN TV channel on my cable, when I did have cable, but I am watching on TSN.ca. Nora's better than Abaji. The difference is Abaji is a good defender. He's struggling on offense. Abaji is a good defender, and he's the type of defender that we don't have any others of. He's a big wing defender. He can defend multiple positions. He can defend big wings. Nobody else on the roster can really do that other than Barnes. Like he's just a type of player we don't have anywhere else. He's got to start hitting threes, though, man. Amari Moore settles for but shot clock violation because a tough shot right at the buzzer, and this is not going well here. This is not going well here. Abaji's a 0-level offensive player. Or talk about Russ. The Clippers lost 1.4 million followers after they traded Russ. That's insanity. People really following the Clippers for Russ? That is insanity, man. Wow. Yeah, as much as I branded that 29th overall pick trade for, like, you got Abaji, who's probably better than the 29th overall pick, which could reign true. Kelly Olynyk throw in. Kelly Olynyk for a 29th pick is nice. And it's not like Abaji's useless. He does have good defense. The 20th overall pick was Isaiah Collier in the end. So I guess time will tell. Is that trade going to pan out to be better than having Isaiah Collier? As a non-fan of Isaiah Collier, I am a fan of that trade to this day. But Collier certainly has time to prove us wrong. And free throws there, both no good. For Quincy Guerrier, who's getting an extended run today. DJ Carton off the turnover to the rim, misses his layup. I mean, you just got to have that. You just simply have to score that layup. Yeah, that's a guy with NBA aspirations. You simply got to score that, man. John Malala asking for a foul. Raptors Summer League head coach. Isaiah Collier is the number one ranked recruit in the country at the beginning of the season, so there's upside for Utah. Well, it's upside, obviously, but there's also a reason why the guy's projected to be the number one overall pick in October, went 29th overall. Another three for Miami. It is 27-7. 3 minutes to go in the first quarter, and the Raptors are still in the locker room, to be honest, are not at the races, have stumbled out of the starting blocks. They're down by 20 in a game they need to win by 15. Freeman Liberty for three, no good. Rebound out to the Heat again. I mean, I don't mind losing or getting blown up, but I need to see these guys work on offense, and I'm not even getting that right now. Amari Moore across court to Carton. Now Freeman Liberty driving inside. And it's deflected out of bounds. It'll be a Raptors ball in the baseline. But this tough start has spilled into, the entire first quarter. Raptors are down 27-7. Look at those. Would you like a Summer League championship ring? I feel like you don't. That those are pretty unnecessary. Getting rings for winning Summer League. Raptors won't have a chance at that ring if they don't get a win here. And judging by the scoreboard, it doesn't look like they're going to win either. Yeah, it's really not going well here, guys. Bruce Brown should be starting two, not Abaji. I don't think Abaji will start at the two, period. I don't think anyways. I think if it's not Bruce Brown, it's Grady Dick. I would start Grady Dick. Just get him in with these guys. That's the guy you care more about going forward. Get Grady Dick into starting five. Give yourself that extra bit of spacing. Bruce Brown comes in, runs like a bit of a second unit, comes in as like the first sub potentially. First sub Bruce Brown in the game or something. But sixth man. But I would start Grady Dick at the two. Quickly at the one, of course. Barnes Barrett is your forwards. Or, if you want to put Barrett at the two, Grady Dick is a three, whatever. But, Grady Dick and RJ Barrett as your wings. Barnes is your power forward. And obviously, Jakob Poeltl as your big. Anybody watched House of the Dragon Season 2? I watched Season 1, but can't be arsed to watch Season 2. Yeah, Walter's been disappointing. That's completely fair to say. It's been rather unfortunate with how that's gone down so far. Just been nowhere. I mean, he's a guy who's got to hit his threes. That's what he does. He's got to hit his threes. And he has not been hitting them when I've been watching. Here's Freeman Liberty looking at the Raptors back into it a little bit near the end of the first quarter. Freeman Liberty, tough shot with the right. I mean, what are the shots that we're putting up here, man? Like a deep hook shot over a defender. Nice pump and drive there by Freeman Liberty. Kicks out to Guerrier. Freeman Liberty, now Moore. I got to say, his defense is... I got to say, the defense has been pretty phenomenal by the Heat. That possession, if you focus on the defensive side of things, that was elite defense by Miami's Summer League team. 8 turnovers already. 8 turnovers in 8 minutes. 1 turnover per minute by the Raptors. That's really bad. Wow. Lobbed up. Almost another dunk off a lob. Not for Khalil Ware this time, but in transition. Here come the Raptors. Moore in the corner to Guerrier for 3. In and out. Rebound by the Heat again. Just a hustle is there for the Heat. Not so much for the Raptors. Mid-range is up, no good. Rebound by, Guerrier and Shamshay could have both had it individually. Instead, neither of them get it. It's out of bounds for a Heat ball. Well, you got to remember, as much as you want to give your players experience like Jacoby Walter game time, this is your opportunity to have a look at the guys on the roster. You want to see if they're worth signing. So this is an audition for them, but it's also you getting a look at them. So you do need to distribute the play time. It's a bit messy by the Raptors for sure. The defense by Miami is good, though. We have to acknowledge that. Remember, it's not about winning. It's about seeing the guys in action sometimes. Do you guys think, they're talking about it right now, do you think Khalil Ware's got a starting job? Like, do you think they'll put Bam at the 4, have Khalil Ware at the 5? I think part of the reason why Miami is as good as they are is because Bam plays the 5, and it gives them the anchor, and they also can maintain flexibility and spacing. But as soon as you move Bam to the 4, I guess near the end of the season he was starting to shoot a bit. He's going to have to keep on doing that to warrant playing him at the 4. It's a glorified pickup game. It looks like a pickup game for the Raptors, who have 9 turnovers in 9 minutes. Yeah, I'm seeing the same salami master. They lost Martin, so to fill the void, maybe they just move Adebayo out a bit, and they can start Khalil Ware. They're better with Bam at the 5. I think if anybody knows that, it's Eric Spoelstra. You don't see the Raptors score more than 40. They should score more than 40 points, but they're currently not on pace to complete that feat. Down 29-7. A true Raptors performance here. Excuse me. It's sad, but it is about development, yes. Carlson down low, off the glass, no good, and just getting nothing. Just getting nothing here. And even the Heat don't even have like their main guys in right now. So you talk about the Raptors not playing their main guys. Neither are the Heat. And I mean, we still have good players in here. DJ Carter, Kobe Walter, Javon Freeman Liberty, Brandon Carlson. As another 3 falls for the Heat, is 32-7. It's a 25-point game. The Raptors just cannot get past this Heat defense. Didn't even get a shot off at the buzzer. This is bad, man. Oh my God. 7 points in 10 minutes of basketball played. The Heat defense has been exceptional, but God damn. How many Scotty at 5 lineups do you think we see this season? Probably a lot, because we only have 1 rim protector. Check Discord. Let's see. I don't think Javon Freeman makes the final roster, which could be a reason why they didn't start him, but you have to see. Rate your tier list, Phoenix says. Let's see. Contending. I think Dallas were fortunate to make the playoffs, to make the finals. So I don't know if I put them that high. I think the 76ers are absolutely contending. Memphis, I guess they're not a team on the rise, but I don't know if they're a move or 2 away. 2 moves, 2 moves is significant. That's hard to do. Lakers, I wouldn't say they're in purgatory. I wouldn't say Miami are in purgatory. Wouldn't call them a contender, but why are Miami not a move or 2 away? If Miami made 2 moves, they'd be one of the best teams in the NBA. I don't agree with the purgatory category. You have teams that are like you basically just put playoff teams that won't win a chip. I don't know if I call that purgatory, but I guess the way you've categorized purgatory is you're in the playoffs, but you're not winning. You're not winning at all. Your trash tier is pretty accurate, though. I think the Hawks will probably make the play-in because the East is so trash. It's decent tier list. It's a decent tier list. All right, we're back for the second quarter already of this hopeless game. Walter turns it over. I don't know how more of this I can take. I God, 30 more minutes of this. God damn. I don't know how much more of this I can take. I might need to get a seltzer in me to keep doing this. 32-7 plus whatever happens to the free throw line here for the Heat. Issue with Philly is starting Caleb Martin or George at the 5. Well, no. One of them will start at, well, no. I think they have a good 5, Phoenix. There's one guy, his name is slipping me, that I would probably start at the 5. If you meant the 4, you're, okay, you have the right to be concerned about Caleb Martin or Paul George at the 4. However, everywhere else, they're phenomenal. They could actually, no joke, use PJ Tucker. If PJ Tucker gets bought out, Philly should make a move because just having that extra bit of defense for the 4s off the bench would be good. Okay, at the 4. At the 4, yes. I do agree their power forward defense is going to be lacking. Size will be a bit lacking. But everywhere else, they're exceptional. Paul George is still very good. He'll be like, and third option, Paul George is pretty crazy. Maxey, I can only stand to get better. They're going to miss Batum. Batum was a key piece unknowingly. But yeah, they need that sort of power forward who can space the floor and play defense and not cost them $40 million like a previous power forward. Listen, look, PJ Tucker is not the worst thing in the world. They have nothing for that position. PJ Tucker is not the worst thing in the world if he gets bought out. I do like Adem Bona, who they drafted as well. I wanted the Raptors to draft him at 31. He's looked decent for what I've seen in Summer League. Heat lurking again. 37-7. It is 37-7. They're down by 30. We're 12 minutes in. This is insane. Jacoby Walter cannot hang on to the basketball. He cannot keep it. He is struggling. Wow. The Heat defense is good, but man, at a certain point, you got to stop fucking turning the ball over. Like, you may not be NBA players, but you are professional basketball players at the end of the day. Kobe Walter for 3. Let's go. Finally, huh? And it was a transition pull-up 3. So again, the Raptors still couldn't create anything. And another 3 drops for Miami. They are Kelly Oubre or Paul George injury from being poverty at small forward, power forward. I guess they're a bit thin with injuries, but no, I think they're a contender. Guerrier throws it down. I mean, last season, I know actually it was before. No, they had Batum, I guess, but they were looking like a team that could compete with the Celtics at the start of the season before Embiid's injury. But obviously, injuries are going to happen here. Nice move to the rim there by Gary, eh? It doesn't mean much because you're down by 30. This game's dead, and we're not going to make the playoffs. We will have one other Summer League game to watch. Joey Walter, huge 3 to cut the lead to 27. Yes, and then 2 seconds later, they're down by 30 again. That's funny, though. It was a huge 3 to cut the lead to 27, though. Honestly, in a non-ironic way, Jacoby Walter hitting a pull-up 3 is nice. That's cool. Can he continue to hit 3s, please? I hope so. But him being able to hit a pull-up 3 is at least something, you know? It's not nothing, which the rest of this game has been. Here is Walter again. Oop, I've hit a little buffer at the rim. I got it back, and it's out of bounds for a Raptors ball at the baseline. Maybe so many of those players in the Raptors Summer League roster need some time with Raptors, not a 5. Maybe make their way up to NBA from G League. There are a lot of players on the floor on this Raptors roster who will never play in the NBA. Chloe Walter for 3. That's a poor decision. And he's way off this time. Most of the Raptors Summer League roster will never play in the NBA. Foul and 1. Miami back to the line with a 32-point lead. This is just sad. Okay, because I don't really care about the game. Raptors Summer League roster. Abaji is an NBA player, of course. Jamison Battle will maybe get some. How old is he? Yeah, 2001. He might get some NBA play time at some point, like a game or two, but that's probably it. Brandon Carlson will probably get a little bit of time with the Raptors this year. DJ Carden, I think, definitely has a home in the G League. We'll see if he gets NBA minutes. I'm not sure he'll make the Raptors roster. Shamshay, down the line, I think, will get NBA minutes. Grady Dick, of course. Dylan Disu will probably never play in the NBA. Freeman Liberty obviously plays in the NBA. Joseph Girard will never even come close to sniffing an NBA roster, unfortunately. Quincy Guerrier will never play in the NBA. Jonathan Mobo will probably get some playtime this season. Amari Moore will never play in the NBA. Tyler Perry is two-way. He'll probably get some NBA minutes somewhere, whether it be with the Raptors or not. Jamal Shed will probably get minutes this season. Drew Timme, yeah, probably games. I mean, he's not on the Raptors roster, but just because he's here. We'll get a game or two somewhere. Troy Walter will play a lot this season. Not a lot of NBA caliber guys here, but that's the same for every Summer League team. Freeman Liberty is expensive, and he's probably not going to play a whole ton of minutes. So I don't think the Raptors want to pay a guy $1.8 million to not really play. Imagine one of the players are listening to the live. Bro, they're playing. They're playing. They're in the game. They're on the bench. Look, I guess it was disrespectful. I didn't mean for that to come out disrespectfully, but some of these guys know they're not going to play in the NBA. They're trying to carve out potentially getting there, but most of them know they're probably never going to play in the NBA. All right, I'm going to watch the rest of the game. It's not commercial. I need to get it. I'm getting a seltzer because I need something for this game. Guys, give me a moment. I'll be right back. We're down 32. I'm grabbing a seltzer. That's TSS. That's wrong one. We got a layup. We got 2 points. I don't know how he did it, but we got 2 points. Well, it's gone. Woo! Bronny career game last game, 13 points. Ain't nothing. Makes you wonder what Raps got. With this, Raps will have a whole bench of non-NBA players. This is Summer League. Their bench will be David Mitchell, who is an NBA player. Kelly Olynyk, who's an NBA player. Abaji, who's an NBA player on defense. It'll be Jacoby Walter, who I think is quite good, who is struggling and just missed another 3, but I think is quite good and will fix up in the NBA. That's an NBA player. Other than that, Bruce Brown, NBA player, of course, NBA champ a year ago. And then if you go past the top 10, you're probably looking at Jonathan Mobo, who is maybe not quite an NBA player just yet. If we go further than that, Jamal Shed maybe there. Jordan Nwora probably has a chance to come back if the Raptors want him. I don't think it's non-NBA. I don't think it's a good bench, but I won't say it's a non-NBA players. And it's not really about the scouting. It's just the team kind of stinks. All this buzz online about fantasizing. I'm not fantasizing. David Mitchell is an NBA caliber player. So is Abaji. So is, well, on defense he is. Hopefully Walter steps up for the NBA. 19th overall pick and all. Lottery potential and all. Bruce Brown is NBA champion caliber 6-man. Look at that nice pour. Let's try to grab a beer instead. Summer League doesn't mean much towards your Summer League, like to your team's record. Summer League is just its own entity. Something doesn't mean much. And again, they did start 2-0 when Grady Dick and Jonathan Mobo were playing. Down 51-16, man. There's still 5 minutes to go in the first half, and they have 51 points. This is crazy. That Joe Girard getting some play time here? That's pretty crazy. This guy can shoot. Oh, he shot. Front rim and away. So, how many wins do you think the Raptors will get this season? I'll say from following the league for a while, playing well in Summer League means nothing for a prospect. Playing poorly probably means nothing, but it also has a chance of meaning something. Playing well never, that does nothing. Playing poorly isn't nothing. That's okay. You should be better than that, you know? So I see people saying the Raptors are good enough to win 40 games, which... First of all, I don't agree. I do not think the Raptors are good enough to win 40 games this season. Just trying to be honest. Even if they were, do you think they would want to win that many games? Like, if the Raptors are on pace to win 37, 38, 39 games, they're fucking tanking, dude. Like, you guys, we got our own pick this year. We tanked without even a guarantee we were going to keep our own pick. We've acknowledged that it's a rebuild year. This team is going to probably end up tanking at some point this season. As Walter has blocked. Walter's just not enjoying Summer League. 33-49 is fair. That's a big range. I also don't think that's fair either. They're up by 40 points, man. Oh my God. They're down by 40. I think they're going to win probably low 30s. I think they'll win anywhere between 20 and 50 games. That's my hot take of the day. No, I think actually, you know what? They should win at least 30, but they might win less if they tank. I think they will tank. I would accept the reality that around February they're probably going to tank. Yeah, I don't know. Well, Miami's defense is really good. The Raptors have no sense on offense and are playing poorly. Yeah, this is a disaster game for this team. we'll forget about it. But yeah, this is a tough watch right now. I don't know if I'm gonna sit through all this shit. Terrence Davis says first Summer League I watched. First Summer League I decided to watch. This is what I get. Yep. Raptors basketball is back, baby. This is what we do, man. This is what we fucking do. We get pumped. Raptors should tank. I agree. 2025 is supposed to be a better draft. Cooper Flag is in the draft. Put your name in that hat. Absolutely. So the Raptors, with a win and some help, would have made the playoffs. They are not going to win this game. Let's hope they lose by less than 20, just for something, you know? So in the other game, both teams are at 57 points with 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. In our game, the Heat already have that many points, and there's still 3 minutes to go in the second quarter. Yeah. I don't see Jama Malela getting a head coaching job at any point soon. The way they crack 500, they have the best transition offense in the NBA. Phoenix. Listen, buddy. You got to understand. We have Darko Rajakovic as head coach. We are slowing this. We are slowing everything down. We are playing slow, calculated half-court offense. We are not going to be running in transition. No, sir. Absolutely not. What happened? Miami Heat's defense is very, very good. Raptors have been very, very bad on top of that. Turnovers everywhere, and here we are. Stickman Sam has subscribed. Welcome to the Amateur Hour Army. Thank you so much for subscribing. Another turnover by the Raptors. 16 turnovers in 17 minutes. 18 minutes. 18 minutes. 17 points. 16 turnovers. This is crazy. I don't know. So I moved this week. I moved on the weekend. So I didn't watch the first two Summer League games the Raptors played. How the hell did they win 2 games? Who the hell were they playing? How did this team win 2 games? Sickman Sands, I'm a Heat fan. I came and watched the game. I've Jenko, what is happening? Heat defense is very, very good. Raptors don't have anybody to alleviate the stress that the defense is putting on us by hitting threes. Nobody is hitting shots. It's just miracles when a 3 drops for the Raptors. They're shooting 16% from 3. They have no ability to space the floor and stretch out this Miami defense, which has been also very good. On top of that, 16 turnovers by the Raptors have turned into a lot of points on the other end. So when you turn over the ball 16 times, I'm going to assume they've allowed 16 points off turnovers, let's say. You take away, let's take away 10 of those. We'll take away 10 points there. They're down to 49. We probably add on another 6 points there. So we're still getting blown out, but it'll be cut in half the deficit. Abaji is really hurting on offense. Yeah. I got blocked. Abaji's defense is what the front office saw, and shooting upside, but he's not showing that here. And he is a good defender, but he's not showing his and he's shooting upside in Summer League. That's for sure. But 29th overall pick, I can I'll not lose sleep over. Drawn from the under the rim. Smothered. Lost it. Down 61-21. Wow. 5 seconds ago. Can the Raptors at least get a shot off at the buzzer this time? Gerard's going to yank it. Of course. Yes. Knocks down the deep three. Told y'all he can shoot. Why are the coaches hyping these guys? We're down 61-24, bro. We're down 37 points. Well, the Heat are making the playoffs. I'll tell you that. Yeah, I don't know how long I'm gonna. I'll do the third quarter, but I don't know if I want to sit through the fourth quarter of this, man. Walter's hurting. Yeah. I will remind us that Grady Dick did not have a great summer league last year and turned out fine and took some time in the G League to get fine. So, we're not going to say Jacoby Walter's a bust on July 19th, nor will we say it on, December 31st if we're there. But he needs to be better than this. Absolutely needs to be better than this. Is there a single positive we can take out of this game? Is there a single thing that I can look at here and say, all right, this was at least, this went well? Nobody is efficient. Shamshay is 1 of 1, but everybody else is under 50% shooting. Actually, we can even say under 35%. Every single Raptor other than Ulrich Shamshay is shooting less than 34% from the field. The Raptors are shooting 22% from the field. 22. Not from 3. 22% from the field. They've made 8 shots. 8 of 36. In an entire half of basketball. Oh my God, man. They've turned the ball over 16 times. The Heat are good, but God damn. They're not this good. I mean, it's summer league, so it doesn't matter. But I'm here. It matters right now while I'm watching. Unfortunately, the Raptors will probably get another game in summer league. It won't be in the playoffs, but they will probably get another game. I hope it's not this bad. Loaded up with 3-point shooters. I mean, who? Like the NBA Raptors? Walter can shoot, but man. Fans overrate Freeman Liberty. He plays with tunnel vision for somebody who would never be a primary scorer in the NBA. He's decent, but at best he's a third-string NBA point guard, and we already have 3 point guards. So the Raptors are not going to give him a guaranteed contract to play this season. He's gonna get cut probably for the contract alone. Even if he wasn't on a guaranteed contract, he might have been cut. But with a guaranteed contract, if he makes the team, let me rephrase. He will be on a guaranteed contract if he makes the final roster. Therefore, I don't believe he'll make the final roster. How the heck? Well, he's better than Grady Dick last year. Nobody's arguing that. Yeah, Grady Dick had some bad games. You know, it's not gonna happen from day one for some guys. Jacoby Walter was inefficient in school. He was a 37% shooter from the field. Um, he's more of a complimentary guy with self-creation upside, but self-creation was certainly one of his weaknesses heading into the NBA. But he has upside there. The thing will be catch and shoot threes off and off ball threes, but not a lot of opportunity to do that here. The Raptors literally need like exactly a player like Christian Koloko this season. They need backup rim protection. Koloko is literally the player that this team needs. I really hope he gets cleared to play and comes back. That would be awesome. If you multiply our score by 2, we're still losing. If you multiply our score by 2, we're still losing and still like kind of getting blown out. We're down by 13 points if you double our score. Grady's been great since they put him on that 2-week G League. And it was more than 2 weeks. He was there a while. And then he turned it around. He got his range and he was all good. But everybody's got a different path, man. Simon Matthews says, Koloko is my favorite player of all time. Respectfully, that's a strange player to have as your favorite player of all time. Well, how did that come to be? Potentially, are you Cameroonian? Are you from Arizona? That is a strange thing to say. You like Jamias Ramsey last year? I forgot about him. What's Jamias Ramsey doing today? Did he make a Summer League roster? Or is he just a free agent? No news on him. I guess he's not playing in Summer League. Let me search on Twitter. See what guy's up to. He was kind of good in 2K a few years ago for like GM mode or whatever it's called, my career. Clearly I don't play 2K that much. Oh, he's playing Summer League apparently. Here's a watching a clip of him. There's a clip that says, Exhibit A, why Jamias Ramsey doesn't have an NBA spot despite being talented. They do something funky here? Yes, he does. For the Raptors last year, he didn't do that a whole lot. He was decent, like, doing his role type of guy. But in the past, I could say shot hunting has been a bit of an issue for him. Classic Raptor, we do amazing the beginning few games, then we tank hard later. I don't know if you remember last season, boss, but it wasn't an amazing first few games. They won game 1 and then lost 3 in a row and never looked back. Or should I say never looked forward again. I don't care. I don't care if Grady doesn't make another 3 in his career. He's a good player. Go rewatch this. Yeah, Grady Dick is much more than just 3-point shooting. But I do care if he doesn't make another 3 again. I would like him to make another 3 again. Don't have him. He's just a GOAT. Maybe it was that 3-pointer in the corner against the Phoenix Suns, huh? Was it that one? Imagine having Koloko and Ware. That'd be a tough team to score on. Walter reminds me of DeLon Wright. They're different players. Is it the hair? But they're different players. DeLon Wright would be fun to have. But David Mitchell's good, too. Do all that shooting a 3. Yeah, why I was always confident in Grady Dick was that as Walter misses in mid-range. Christ, dude. Oh, my God. Why I was always confident in Grady Dick is that, first of all, when he was struggling to hit shots, he was doing other things well. So I was like, okay, he's a good player, and his entire career has been built on hitting threes. There's no way he just forgot how to shoot threes. So as soon as he starts hitting threes again, he's going to be really good. Then it happened. So I always had the confidence there. No Grady or Mobile today, by the way. Dan Beasy. This game sucks. I don't think I'm going to watch the fourth quarter of this one, guys. With respect, it's been a long week getting this apartment set up, moving in. But geez, I want to chill. I want to chill. Oh man. This is a brutal one. This is a brutal game. 63-27. Man. Raptors could have got Jaime or Pods, but got Grady. Grady Dick's very good. Podziemski, funnily enough, was drafted 19th, I think. And the Golden State Warriors reached to get him. He was not supposed to go that high. So I don't really look at that like, okay. Brandon Podziemski was never like really consideration at 13. Neither was Jaime Jaquez, who was a bit high. Obviously you look at it in hindsight, they're good players. But, if the Raptors wanted to draft a player to be good in year one, they could have drafted a senior player. The Heat are looking for different things. The Heat with Jaquez are looking for a guy who's going to contribute right away. Other teams like the Raptors are prioritizing maybe long-term stuff, so that's why they go with one of the younger guys. Jaquez is very good, not disputing that. He obviously is still young as well, but different priorities. Jaquez and Podziemski would have never been in consideration at 13 for the Raptors. A real argument would be Keontae George. Okay, you could like Keontae George because that was actually a consideration in that position. They're better than Grady right now. I just agreed with you there, but down the line, we'll have a better idea. We're not drafting Grady Dick at 13 to be the best, better than everyone else in year one. The idea is more so of a long-term thought process. Jaquez looks good, and so does Podziemski. It may never get to a point where he's better than either of them, but I wouldn't look back on that draft thinking, man, you should have drafted those guys. Those guys weren't really in consideration for that spot. It's like Nikola Jokic going second round. Like, he should have gone first overall in his draft class, but obviously nobody's ever going to draft him first overall. Abaji might be worse than Isaac Bonga. He's not. I will remind you guys, as much as Abaji sucks on offense right now, he's a good defender, and they need that sort of player right now in the NBA. Jaquez is probably better long term, by the way things have started out. But again, look, if I don't look back on that draft thing and you should have drafted that guy. Like, it just wasn't really realistic for him to go that high. But that's how I look at it. Grady Dick's a good player. I'm very happy with that draft pick to this day. I don't have any reservations, animosity towards taking Grady Dick 13th overall. Vivek says, what the fuck is the score? Yeah, it was worse before. It was 40 before. So, I mean, we're doing something here. We have Grady Dick's the only jersey that's backwards facing with the name. If you can, it's a bit blurry, but this is the Grady Dick jersey. Maybe I'll wear it. I'm gonna be out perusing the streets of Toronto tomorrow. Maybe I'll rock the Grady Dick jersey. No, actually, I don't think I will. But maybe. Is Carr like Norman a bit? No. Unfortunately, I cannot agree with that statement. It's going to be hot as shit tomorrow. Holy fuck. Maybe I will wear the Grady Dick jersey, you know? Abaji might be the next McDaniels. Okay, Abaji plays defense, though. Jay McDaniels didn't do that either. No way. Shamshay, corner 3. Holy shit. Over Shamshay pulled from the corner there. In my opinion, I'd say keep Carlson. Carlson's on a 2-way contract, so they're going to keep him. Maybe Battle because both got the space you need. Jameson Battle signed an Exhibit 10 contract, so he will be at training camp. Every aside from the guys we draft this year needs to walk. So Carlson's on a contract, so he will be with the team. Battle is also at a contract, so he will be at training camp and will likely get signed for the Raptors 905. So you want them, you got them. They will be on the team. They will be at training camp, and at least minimum with the Raptors 905. Other than that, other than guys who drafted, there's nobody else who's earned themselves roster considerations from my perspective, other than the draft picks out of Summer League. Like Carton, I could pass on. Tyler Perry's also on an Exhibit 10 contract. Honestly, Tyler Perry got an Exhibit 10. I have not really seen any indication as to why that was the case, but got Exhibit 10, so he'll be at training camp as well. Other than that, nobody else. Amari Moore can walk. Quincy Guerrier can walk. Joe Girard can walk. Dylan Disu can walk. DJ Carton, unfortunately, might have to say he can walk. Yeah. 2017 redraft. Tatum, Mitchell, Bam, OG, Markkanen, Fox, Allen. That's a good order. I agree with that order. You can make a case for Lowry above OG, but I wouldn't be the one to make that case. Where is good? Where is good? There were some concerns from pre-draft, but he's looking good here. Is Abaji Andre Robertson? He's not as good as Andre Robertson defensively. He's not as bad as Andre Robertson offensively either, I would say. That's a funny comparison, though. I really like De'Aaron Fox. He just needs the right team around him. Which I guess if you're a really good player, you don't need. But he needs spacing, and they've struggled to give him that in past years. So Javon Freeman-Liberty has a $1.8 million contract guarantee if he makes the Raptors roster. If he does not make the Raptors roster, he is on $100,000 guaranteed. So he needs to prove beyond any doubt whatsoever that he's worth getting paid nearly $2 million to be on the Raptors next season. I do not think he is going to accomplish that feat. Therefore, I believe he will get cut. He's not just fighting to be a top... How many guys are on the roster now? 18 guys. A top 18 guy. So a top 15 guy because he's not going to be on a two-way again. He has to be a top 15 guy. And prove that you'd rather pay him than somebody else. And I don't think he's going to be able to do that. Jamal Shed for 3. Christ. This is what we've come to. Oh, Lord. Listen, the Frons traded a 29th pick for Abaji and Olynyk. They didn't think he was going to be an OG. Let's not create some narrative here. They took a gamble on a former lottery pick who was a big wing defender, who still is, and hoped he could have shooting upside. Summer League, we'll see if it translates into the NBA season as he misses another 3. But let's not act like we gave away this massive package to get Ochai Agbaji, who I think is getting cut off the Summer League team. Carton, Freeman Liberty, cut as in they won't make the final roster. Freeman Liberty will probably be at camp. Maybe not, though. Carton will not make the final roster. Freeman Liberty won't make the final roster. Disu will get cut. Girard will get cut. Guerrier will get cut. Amari Moore will get cut. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, Raptors took a gamble on Abaji, and it hasn't even come through yet. We can see if he pans out still. Like, it's not like it's over for him. He's probably, what, like 24, 25? He's 24. By no means is his career over. And they also got Kelly Olynyk out of the deal. Was the lineup for the Raptors looking like... What is the lineup for the Raptors looking like, in your opinion, including bench? Are you running a 9 or 10-man rotation? Run a 9. So mine would be quickly at the 1. I would start Grady Dick at the 2. Or RJ Barrett at the 2, whatever. Quickly, Grady Dick and RJ Barrett as your wings. Barnes at the 4. Pirtle at the 5. Off the bench, Bruce Brown, 6-man. And then your backup point guard is Davion Mitchell. Backup wing is Abaji. Brings the defense off the bench. Hopefully hits some threes in the NBA. And Kelly Olynyk as your big. That would be my go-to 9-man rotation. It's maybe a 35-win team. Maybe. Damn, they really used to wear, like, pennies for Summer League games. That's crazy. Or was that just the style at the time? It is disappointing that Abaji is in his about to be in his 3rd NBA season, and he's not looking like it here. That definitely is a problem. Redrafting 2018, Luka, SGA, Brunson, Trey. Yeah, I guess you do got to go Brunson over Trey. Do you, though? Yeah, you kind of do. Jaren Jackson Jr., Mikal Bridges. I probably go Mikal Bridges over him, but that's a tough one to call. I would probably go Bridges. Yeah, you know what? I would go Bridges. I won't probably go Bridges. I go Bridges. As Khalil Ware throws down, Jesus Christ. Yeah, I'm not really watching anymore. At the end of the 3rd, I'm going to wrap it up, guys. I ain't doing this. Salami Masters, I'm going to do a plank until the Raptors score. Wish me luck. Well, they did just score there. Start now. At 4:27 in the 3rd. Salami Masters going to do a plank till the Raptors score. We're like 5 seconds in. 6, 7, 8, 9. So we're 10 seconds in. Let's see. I'm going to time you. What sort of plank are you doing here? So whatever I have on my stopwatch, plus 10. So I'm at 20 seconds with the added plus 10. Shed to Freeman Liberty. Spins off in the paint. Kick out the Shed. Pass it, bro. To Disu for 3. He was wide open. And he airballed it. I feel like if I was wide open for 3 and I was getting paid to play basketball, I'd hit the rim at least. Oh, man. Where did Boucher go? Boucher's still here, but he won't be in the regular rotation. He wasn't even in rotation for a lot of the season when the Raptors tank. Another 3 drops for the Heat. Did they call an and 1 on that as well? Not our day, ladies and gentlemen. The Heat were favored by 4 for this game. 4. Only 4. 4.5. Raptors had a chance to make the playoffs if they would have won. Man. Slime Master, you've been going for a minute and a half with that plank, pal. I don't know what kind of physical condition you're in, but I'd be pretty close to tapping out right now if I were you. I'd be on the edge of tapping out. Maybe already having tapped out. I think if I was absolutely, like, doing everything in my power, I could get to a 2-minute plank. Maybe 2.5. I could do 2.5. 3 probably max. But that, I don't know. I could do a minute and a half if I had to. But now you're at 2:10. this point, I'm probably falling down. A workout stream? Nobody wants to see that. Just Gerard looks like a soccer player. I guess he does have that look, yeah. Maybe Chris wasn't integrated because he's a winning player. I don't agree with that. They were playing other good players. Bruce Brown was playing. Gary, I wouldn't call Gary Trent a winning player, but he was scoring. Gary Trent was there. I completely disagree. I don't know who put out that article saying Boucher didn't play because he was too good and they wanted to lose games. I completely disagree with that. What is it? A lot more plausible reason for Boucher's lack of play time is that Darko does not like him because he's an anti-Darko Rajakovic type of player. Slime Master tapped out. Well, listen, you did 3 minutes. You did 3 minutes. If you did it all, that's impressive, man. I'll give you that. Your girlfriend, Zandia's girlfriend, is Malta's national bodybuilding champion. Wow, that's in bikini fit. That's incredible. She does 4-minute planks. That's crazy to me. I feel like I feel like I could get that. I don't think I'll ever do that though. I feel like if I really tried, I could do 4. Like I really worked to prepare. I could do 4 minutes. Man, that ref, she's fucking sweaty. I'm sorry, or is that? God damn. That ref is fucking sweaty. What the hell? Anybody else see that shit? That's crazy. Are the other refs like that? Was that just the color of the shirt? Oh. Boss want to Chris the deadline, but $10 million is a lot of money. Imagine if Chris Boucher had gotten a 3rd NBA championship. Chris Boucher would have had 3 championships and done nothing for any of them. If he got traded to the Celtics. He is listed technically. I didn't know this before. He is technically listed as a Golden State Warrior NBA champion, which I did not know. He played 1 game. 1 game in the regular season with them. He wasn't on the playoff roster. He's technically not an NBA champion. I don't think he has 2 rings. Shed got ejected. I didn't even realize that. I volume off. What'd he do? Who the fuck just checked in? Tyler Perry checked in. Finally, a guy they gave an Exhibit 10 contract to just checked in. It took him all this time to check in. Okay, I need to confirm this. But I saw online that Tyler Perry signed an Exhibit 10 deal with the Raptors. If so, as he just hits the 3, let me see. Okay. Kansas State reported he signed an Exhibit 10. Let me see. He did, yeah. Yahoo report as well. So Tyler Perry's on an Exhibit 10 contract. Raptors down by 41. Perry later in the corner to Battle, also on an Exhibit 10 deal. Bang, got it. Speak on the Trump snipe attempt. You don't mind. I actually do kind of mind. I'm going to be honest. I don't really want to start this. With respect. That was crazy. You know, what I learned from the attempted assassination on the former and possible future President of the United States, Donald Trump, what I learned is that nothing will stop meme culture. Nothing. Literally, we just lived through one of the most significant historical events, maybe ever. And within mere minutes, people were making fun of it. It's incredible. I'm not even mad. It's just honestly incredible. Within minutes of a president, a former president, and guy who's the leader of the party trying to become president again, almost got shot, and a minute later, memes on Twitter. It's so ruthless. I'm not mad. It's just, that's what I learned. When I heard about it, I was like, are you serious? Holy shit. It wasn't like propaganda. It was just making jokes about it. I sit down, I was like, oh my God, this is insane. Are you not shook? This is crazy. This guy almost got shot. And just memes. Listen, I'm by no means whatsoever a Donald Trump supporter. But goddamn, getting shot and then getting up, pumping your fist is a pretty cool move. Probably should have maintained his safety and stayed down, but man, does that guy care about creating an image, and did he succeed? That was kind of cool. I hate him. Don't get me wrong. The photo, whoever took that photo as well, give credit to the photographer for getting that shot. But yeah, social media, that's a great word by Storyline. It has seriously desensitized people to serious, incredibly serious issues. Like World War III could break out, there'd be a meme about it. You know? Maybe it's a good thing, maybe it's a bad thing. Maybe it's a little bit of both, you know? At least the Raptors average 10 points per quarter. They do have 40. At least they do have 40. As far as comedy, nothing is off limits as long as you are respectful to a certain extent. Yeah, because I think with the Trump thing, it was comedy because like he didn't die, he pumped his fist right away, and the memes were about the shooter missing. Like they were showing, like you have a dude who's the size of a fucking Wendy's on stage. You've got all this time in the world to aim, and you miss. And it was like, this was the shooter, and it would show, I don't know, it would show an NBA player can't shoot. Andre Robertson, let's say. So he said this shooter shot like Klay Thompson in elimination game. Well, there you go. How about that? Right? It is funny. But it is insane that the world has come to this. Nothing can be taken seriously. Ever. Nothing. Seems I don't know. That's really crazy thing to fake. The intricacy that would have to go into that to fake it on the spot. And somebody did die in the crowd. You feel bad, but if you did look at his Twitter account, you'd feel a lot less bad about that. Just going to point that out. That was aggressive. And then the shooter died. So 2 people died. I don't think 2 people died for a little presidential charade to help Donald Trump win the election. So I can't really say it's a setup unless they were willing to sacrifice 2 American citizens to make it happen. It's kind of crazy. The shooter was Republican, though. A registered Republican shot the Republican presidential nominee. Good point from Daniel. If we double our score, we'd be winning now. We'd be winning by 7. Anyways, enough on politics. I really try to keep politics out of the stream. Yeah, unless, like, if the bit went wrong. I mean, look, people have the right to question everything. It's just such an extraordinary circumstance that maybe, like, thinking it could have been a setup is, like, a bit of a, in a respectful way, it's a coping mechanism, almost like, oh my God, like, this is so crazy, it has to be fake. I don't know. It just, it does feel like there's too much to have gone on that to say that would have been fake to me. Everything's politics, I guess, but I try to keep election politics out of stream. Heat going to be scary this year. He's going to be scary tomorrow. You guys see the fucking forecast tomorrow? I was just looking at it. 28 degrees. I know you meant the basketball team. But the Heat are going to be a tough team to play. What is the Raptors' new obsession with short point guards? Their obsession is tenacious point guards. And the ones that are typically available are shorter. How about the massive rainstorm a couple days ago? Damn, seems like underwater. Yeah, I got caught at the grocery store during the surge, like just in the middle of the surge of rain. I was at the grocery store. Thankfully, I had cooler bags that zipped up and my food was fine. But it was a 15-minute walk in the rain, and it was at the point where, like, it didn't matter how long or how little amount of time I stayed out there. My clothing and my body could not have been any more soaked in water. Like, I could have jumped in a river, and I would have been the same level of wet when I had jumped out of the river, when I gotten out of the river compared to what I was in the rain. I was stepping in puddles, like, above my ankle because it didn't matter. My shoes were already completely soaked and flooded. It was ridiculous. And power went out in my building for a couple of hours, and because it's such a saturated area of people, I had no data or no service for a couple hours, which is actually okay because my IKEA order had just come in, and I was building furniture, so I didn't need my devices. I didn't need them. I was busy doing other stuff, so I wasn't bored or anything. But yeah, power went out. It was insane. I wasn't in like the flooded areas like the DVP. I saw people like kayaking on it. People had to ditch their cars in the middle of the road. I wasn't like that, but it was pretty crazy. Is Flynn going to be in the league next season? Probably not. I mean, if not even Detroit will sign you. If you can score a 50-piece and still not get re-signed, sorry, pal. Your NBA days are over, I think. He scored 50 points, and they still didn't keep him. You know? Probably not going to happen. Detroit cut him. They didn't cut him. Detroit didn't not cut him. Detroit didn't give him a new contract. So, if not even Detroit will keep you, like that's the basement of the NBA. Not even they'll keep you. It's over. All right, guys. End of the third quarter here. Speaking of politics and flooding, our current leader of Ontario cut and slashed funding that went towards flood relief, which may have had an effect on the damage caused by the flood the other day. Maybe. That will do it for the stream today. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Tough game. Depending on when their next game is, if it's on the weekend, I will not be streaming. If it's on Monday, I might stream. But I also might not because this sucks to watch, and I may have plans. So we'll see. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. I appreciate it. Happy Friday. Hope you all have a fantastic weekend. Drop a like if you did enjoy the stream today. And subscribe if you're new. More Raptors content. Got a nice cheeky little sponsor on today's video. So Amateur Sports. To the moon, baby. Enjoy your weekend, everybody. I will talk to you later. If there's no game coming up and I'm not streaming, the next stream will be on